Wow, you guys. This letter sent by the Texas elections director, he is calling out the Harris County Clerk like this, straight up saying that her office was planning to follow through with a plan that would put the votes of Harris County residents, the third largest, most populated county in America, at risk and break the law. Up until a week ago when they made a change and decided to go completely manual. So big talk today is, why did it take so long for Harris County to report results of yesterday's election? Well, Harris County Clerk Diane Troutman, she called a press conference today, which I attended, and she put all the blame on the Secretary of State's office, saying that they issued a last-minute advisory which caused her to have to switch to a completely manual transfer method for these results. So that meant that people had to hand carry results to a central counting station, which took forever. It ended up, we didn't get results until about 12 hours later. But now this evening, the elections director is finally responding after I blew up the Secretary of State's office phone and email today trying to get an answer, and he is issuing this scathing response to her, saying not only did his office not make any rule changes, he's saying that what she had originally planned on doing was a plan that her office knew was illegal. And I have the letter right here. This is a letter written by the elections director, and I have posted the letter on my Twitter and Facebook. There is so much talk right now about election security as far as hackers. He cited this law, Texas state law, which says a voting system may not be connected to any external communications network, including the internet. So Diane Troutman today was saying, well, this isn't the internet. We are actually transferring these results through the intranet, which is an encrypted network, which she says is 100% safe. But he's saying absolutely not. It's actually still hackable by these Russian hackers that everyone's talking about. So here, in an age when people are most concerned about hackers, is when apparently Harris County is deciding, let's try this new thing. Anyways, Diane Troutman changed plans last minute last week. She told us in her press conference, once she learned that she was not supposed to be doing this, and they did everything manually instead, which was painstaking and also apparently unnecessary, according to the elections director as well. He says that he had talked multiple times with someone from the Harris County Clerk's office explaining a system where you can make a copy of the raw election results and send that copy electronically, meanwhile hand delivering the original copy. Then you compare both copies and make sure that you have the accurate election results. And he says that her office staffer had explained that they got it down, that's what they were going to go through with, and then turns out that's not at all what happened. So I talked to the Dallas County elections administrator today to see what did they do yesterday. If this was, like Diane Troutman claimed, an advisory that threw a whole wrench in everything, then Dallas County would have been affected too. But Dallas County said no, they weren't affected at all. They just they used that method that elections director Keith Ingram mentioned of making those copies, So that's really interesting to me. I've put a web story up. I have linked the advisory in question that Diane Troutman is citing. The elections director says that just kind of reiterates some things that were already discussed. The advisory was not a rule change in itself at all. So really, really interesting day. I think it's a huge day for elections integrity when we're talking about making sure that nobody hacks the election, right? All we hear about is Russian hacking for the past few years. Well, today is a day when Texas Secretary of State's office is saying we're making sure that doesn't happen. But just the fact that a week ago today, the Harris County Clerk's office was planning to upload raw vote results onto an intranet network is just kind of shocking to me. Luckily, they stopped before that happened, but that does put our votes at risk. So, really, really interesting day, and I just wanted to talk about it because it didn't seem like anyone was talking about it. There's no push alerts after he sent out that this letter. We've got it up on our website, fox26houston.com, if you want to read more, and I've posted about it on my Facebook and Twitter. He didn't send this letter until after my 5 o'clock news report. Otherwise, I would have really loved to include that in there. But thank you so much for listening, and that's all I got.